you have to increase your appetite for life if you are serious about defeating depression. You have to get involved with life like you've never done before. If you are serious about overcoming depression and the concomitant effects of depression on the human soul. Depression is a killer. Depression opens up the door for suicidal proclivities. Depression opens up the door for frustration that has taken the lives of so many. As a matter of fact, the rich and the poor are susceptible to depression. And I'm urging you right now, increase your appetite for life. If you are serious about defeating depression. This is BC Simeon, Betty Great. This is my last video on the subject of defeating depression. And very quickly, I want to give you what I will call heavy artilleries. Heavy artilleries, all right? Fireproof artilleries that will enable you to stay on top of your game, that will enable you to stay permanently victorious over depression. Number one is this: learn the art of getting involved with life much more than you have done. What do I mean by getting involved? I'm not talking about just the normal routine that you've been maintaining all this while. I'm talking about developing appetite for life, so much so that if anything goes wrong in life, you will never contemplate quitting on life. All right? When your mindset is developed with a very strong appetite for life, if you miss an opportunity, you know it's only a matter of time. Another opportunity will present itself. When you have an abundance mindset with a very voracious appetite for life, when anything goes wrong, when anybody walk out on you in a relationship, when anything happens in your life, your mindset that wants to keep living will help you to know that that particular experience, regardless of whether it has repeated itself again and again, you will know that that particular experience cannot be the end of your life. Learn the art of getting involved. Let's develop the appetite that helps you to get involved with life much more than you have gotten involved with life. Get involved in physical exercise. Get involved in meditation. Get involved in voracious reading habit. Get involved in your community. Get involved in a department in your church. Get involved with helping out in the church, with helping your family out. Develop a deeper involvement with life. When you are busy doing this, doing that, you will not have time to get depressed. When you are busy doing this and doing that, you aren't going to have time to get depressed, because you know the life that is given to you is a marvelous opportunity for you to get done today what you couldn't get done yesterday. So you don't have time to get depressed. You don't have time to get weighed down by the fact that certain expectations weren't met yesterday. If you are serious about defeating depression, I charge you today in this my last video on practical steps to defeating depression. I charge you today to developed a robust appetite for life that helps you to get involved with life like you've never done before. How do you get involved? Get involved in areas that you've never gotten involved with, even areas of life that you've already gotten involved with. Get involved deeper. If you're already in the church and you're truly involved in the church, we know the atmosphere in the church can help you to maintain sanity, can help you to safeguard your mental health. Get involved more. Don't just go to church for the sake of going to church. What role are you playing in the church? Volunteer to get things done in the church. Volunteer to get things done in the community. Get involved in reading books, reading blogs, things that will nourish your soul, things that will challenge you to really maximize this wonderful gift of life that depression wants to take away from you. All right? There is an extent to which you will get involved with life. Depression wouldn't be able to weigh you down. Yes, we are human. We have blood flowing through our veins. The likelihood that unmet expectations can vex you up is inevitable. But don't allow it to dwell there longer than it should. Shake it off. Like the Apostle Paul in the Bible shook off the snake that wrapped itself on his arm. Shake off what did not go right and get involved deeper and deeper. Get involved in the gym. Even if you don't want to go to the gym, get involved in some physical exercise. It helps with your mental health. Get involved in running. If you don't have the space, even in your sitting room, even in your kitchen, even in your garden, some rigorous physical exercise can work on your mind and help you to shake off depressing thoughts. In this last video, I'm talking about number one, develop a deeper, more voracious appetite for life that will help you to get involved with life like never before. It helps you to stay busy intensively, and it will keep depression away. Lastly, you must realize depression is a monster, and it takes another monster to kill a monster. Develop the mentality of a monster. I used to play the victim game. What life is doing to me? Oh God, why me? Why did this happen to me? This shouldn't be happening to me. I have always served you with all my heart. I've always had the good intention. I've treated people right and they did me wrong. I used to play the victim game. But the day I chose to become a monster to depression, that was the day depression began to lose its grip on my soul. Feed yourself with food that monsters eat. When you read your Bible, when you read any book, don't just go for milky, superficial stuff that will just massage you without challenging you. Don't just read up stuff or listen to messages or read books that only tickle your fancy and want to keep you soft. Life is ruthless, my dear. Life is brutal. Life can be cruel. It depends on you. You have to decide whether you're going to sit back and allow life to bear its fangs of cruelty into your soul and weigh you down with depression and get you to mess up your life. You've got to become a monster if you want to defeat the monster called depression. develop an impregnable, strong mentality. How do you do that? What is your feeding system? I'm not talking about physical food. Of course, that is important. Your diet is important, but I'm talking about the food for the soul. The food for the soul. What are you feeding your mind? Strong stuff. When you read quotable quotes, don't just read the quotes that make you comfortable. I used to read up quotes of warriors. I watch movies of Spartan warriors and ancient movies, because our generation is getting softened every day. They're emasculating men. They're making women weaker. There is weakness being infused. So much entertainment is out there now. You don't even have to look for it. It comes looking for you. So you have to go back to those ancient formulas that was used to fortify the human soul and body. What are you feeding your mind? Monsters don't eat normal food that gives people normal. Monsters feed their mind with things that will help them to maintain their monstrous stature and keep them victorious. Just 2 points in this video, my friend. Number one, get more involved with life. How do you do that? Develop an appetite for life. Tell yourself you're not going to die. Tell yourself you're not going to allow depression to weigh you down. Tell yourself that if God gave you an opportunity to be alive, He's going to give you an opportunity to achieve your dreams. It doesn't matter how long your dream has taken to come to pass. There are men who got their dreams achieved at the age of 60. The McDonald's you're enjoying today, the KFC you're enjoying, do you know when they finally made it? Tell yourself that you're going to get more, you're going to sink your teeth into life the more and make the most of this opportunity called life that somebody in the grave doesn't even have. Number one, get involved with life like you've never done before by developing a rapacious appetite for life, for reading. Are you hearing me? Number two, develop the mindset of a monster. Tell yourself you aren't going to be defeated anymore. You're not going to be at the receiving end of self-pity. You're not going to be at the receiving end of abuse. You're not going to allow terrible emotion to weigh you down anymore. And the way to develop that monstrous stature is by feeding on things that will challenge you to be strong. In the books you read, in the kind of movies you watch, that's the way to stay victorious over depression. Thank you very much for watching. This is BC Simeon Betty Great. Follow me on Facebook. BC Simeon Betty Great is the name on Facebook. I also have another page on Facebook, BC Motivational, and I also have BC Simeon Television Network on Facebook. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, BC Simeon Television Network. Help me to share this video. You can save somebody's life with the content in this video. Until I come your way again, stay strong and never ever give in to depression again. May God bless you.